We've come here to the most popular place, the most touristy place you could possibly get in all of Chongqing. Not because we love it and we hang out here, but because we got needs. And those needs aren't love. Don't trust anyone who's just going to be like gushing out things like, it's okay to love China. If that's in your title description, like, you know that person's probably a skeevy snake oil salesperson. But before we get too far into like purchasing trinkets, why don't we show you like what us, the seasoned pro, what we like to go shopping for. Well, if it's the weekend and you're in the countryside, you're gonna have to go to yesterday's news weekend market. I hope we can buy something here in the countryside. If it's one thing you can definitely find out in the countryside, it's a license plate for Route 66. I've been there. This place has got a whole lot of artwork. I mean, the building itself it's filled with, it is art, but like, it's filled with actual painters that are doing some really cool things here. If you don't knock anything over, I don't want to buy anything I can't afford. We have got to get a better apartment than just a free apartment on the campus, because if we're ever going to afford this nice gentrified, cool-ass Westerner, hipster vibe, I mean, you gotta have a better apartment. One of the tough things about living in another country for a long period of time is that you acquire a lot of knickknacks. At first you start to think that like, well, you know, I'm here once, I better collect some things to remember my journey, but like the longer that you stay in this place, your apartment just fills up with more and more stuff. It looks like I'm visiting an old castle or something like that. Whoa, it's dangerous up here. You gotta be careful around art. So they collect stuff from their world travels, and I think this is actually Chinese, so I mean, depending on where you are in the world, this is art from the world. You could close it and you could kind of move the camera a little bit closer and you can see this little fella here. It looks like he's like maybe like hoarding some baijiu or something like that. This is our purchase. This is the artwork that today we shall take home with us. Thank you. Well, today's a red letter day because we're having real Luzhou tofu hot pot. Now, tofu hot pot is something you'd think you'd find everywhere, but there's a very special one. And Luzhou is our old hometown in Sichuan. And this owner is actually from Luzhou. They opened a place in Chengdu. I mean, you could open a place in Chongqing, but like way out here in the countryside, about half an hour outside of Chongqing, rent's a lot cheaper. And hey, you know, it's got all the big goopy tofus and the swansai, the mustard greens, and tomatoes, and lots of sprouts and beans, and well, we're not a big fan of seaweed and mushrooms, but you're gonna get that no matter what. The tofu is, you know, it's great for you. If you want to live forever, probably, or at least to 104, which I don't know why you would want to do in today's climate. The political climate is just, well, you probably want to die now. But you might, if you have tofu, you actually live past that, and you can actually, you know, maybe see your way through, see the future. I could talk about tofu forever. First of all, so we missed the lunch rush, but you know, that's okay. We didn't come here to look at people. We came here for the special oil, this yellow oil that, like, to the palate that is less concerned might actually think of it as, I don't know, almost like a Fruit Loop taste. I'm not saying you'd be wrong, you'd be an idiot, but it's this weird, it's not the tofu either that makes it like a tofu hot pot. It's this weird little oil that, it's powerful, it's pungent. I don't know what more to say other than you gotta taste it. A friend of ours just opened up this place, Runes, and we're gonna go see some experimental music from Beijing. Check it out. The cool thing about our friend's bar, Ruins, is that it was made from a public restroom and turned into a swanky bar. But that's for those of us that like have the experience of being here for a long time. For you, the tourist, you should come here to the caves. Here's the trick if you're coming, is that come in the middle of the summer because it's so freaking hot, no other tourists want to be here. And also come earlier in the morning. I mean, this place would be filled with like tons of people, especially by the evening when the sunset's going to be hitting over, but like, it's your choice. Lots of people, lots of heat. It's best of both, worst of, I don't know, it's some kind of world.
No, 59.
Keep going, more buying. Here on the 6th floor is where a lot of the historical items are placed, where you can learn about the history going back 5,000 years. To be honest, we actually haven't been this deep in the caves in like since the 14 years we've been here. One of the first places we came was Chongqing. And yeah, it's very touristy, so why would we come here? We live here. You don't go to the Statue of Liberty if you live in New York. Here also on the 6th floor is 80th Street, which seems to be barred off. You can't go back to the 80s, although you can, and I'll put the link here where we actually go to the real 80th Street, which is a lot more lively than this. This doesn't seem, I think this is fake. I gotta tell you, if you're gonna come to any time that you want, like, it's air conditioned, it's all to yourself, there's hardly anybody around. You could go in here, you could play snooker, a little billiards ball in there, you can wander around, eat jellies, and get photos taken of yourself here in the 80s world. This place is, it's mine. It's all mine. Ow. The one downside is if you are looking for like lots of knickknacks at this time of day, at this time of year, there might not be like a lot of stores open. That could be a problem. Or, you know, like us, we kind of don't want to buy anything, but we have to. We have to bring the goods back to America. There it goes, hot pot, even in the elevator. A lot of these stores look the same and have the same items, but you know, that's okay in the knick-knack purchasing world. So that's 4 gifts you got. How many more do we need? How many more do we need?
Grandparents, Dad.
Yep.
And the 2 babies.
2 babies? 2 babies?
Yeah.
Things are always changing. And like I said, we've been here for 15 years and we've barely explored any of this. And look, new stuff is coming, like the Young Nest. Look at, there's people coming, they're young, there's bands playing. This is gonna be exciting and we're just gonna have to come back. When? I don't know, but for right now, we're just gonna have to settle with this. Oh, and maybe also settle with this. This isn't so bad.
So hot.
All right, on the 4th floor, there's a little bit more action. I suspect because that's where there's like food and stuff. And here we're picking up, looks like some sesame treats, little sesame candies, delicious. Everyone needs them back home. Ooh, you're gonna love those.
Here's some walnut candy, again for mass tasting. Oh, this one's a little spicy.
Okay.
看你们喜欢什么口味吗？就是它一共有6个口味的，对，还有这种海苔，是不是海苔的？海苔味的这个是会比较清香一点。哦，我不喜欢海苔。没关系，那给你尝这个原味的厚的。刚刚那个男的给你们吃的是薄一点点的原味，然后这个是厚的原味，它里面加了一点芝麻跟坚果还有杏仁的，对。 看你们喜欢什么口味的嘛，就是这个是不光是这种一罐一罐的哦，对，它一罐里面有60克，这个它的果就可以，它一罐就可以吃到很多了。
Emily's getting snookered into a sale of some kind.
No, I'm being sold. I got meat snacks because they told me to. No, they were good, and I think we'll all have fun tasting these.
Can you package it and bring it home?
Yeah, they are.
It is delicious.
喜欢哪个？ 这个辣的可以啊。就是我们现在有做活动哦，买5包送你3包。对。一共8包。最好1包。对，那你买2包也送1包哦，100块钱可以拿3包的。对，因为2包是50，100可以拿3包，它会划算一点点。对，比较划算。对。
可以买3包可以不一样的。
对，可以每个口味都可以。可以买一个，要不要那个口味啊？那个拿这里。还要送你1包哦。还有这样。
So this is the land of the hard sell. You can see Emily got talked into some very thin beef jerky meats. They're delicious, so it's okay. Back home, you're going to be tasting thin jerky meats. You're welcome. As for the elimination report, I'm going to give it like a solid 2 to 3, somewhere between pleasurable and a passable pot, because it's the afternoon. I'm willing to bet, though, on a busy day in the evening, this could probably drop all the way down from a piss pot down to like a hot pot. It's probably dangerous in there when it's busy because there's maintenance there right now, but who knows what happens later on in the day. There's a bunch of shopping down here. Let's go. Quiet shopping. See anything you like? Our traditional phone case carrying holder thinga. It's what? 28. So is that breaking the bank? Are you gonna?
Now you're telling my family how much I spent on their presents. Here's a cell phone case I got for my other sister. I like this one the best. This lady's pretty funky.
It's easy to make fun of tourist stuff. That's why I do it all the time. I also just don't like being a tourist. I like to feel like I'm part of a place, but I know I can't really be part of a place, so that's okay. I just don't want to feel weird about it. But let's be honest, this is a great place to look at. Like, if you're coming here, you gotta at least see it once, maybe twice.
I got these tin cups for my brothers-in-law because they're, you know, boys like agriculture and industry. It's a hot pot bottle opener and magnet for my dad because he likes bottles. I got this 3D puzzle of Chongqing for my mom. I think it's cute, and also now she can experience the 80 city.
So we needed a break from the heat, and here's a tourist bar with the prices to match. This place would be crazy busy probably at the nighttime or at normal temperatures. This whole street down here, like it usually gets packed. There's just, you can't even drive. People all over the street. That's part of being a professional. Part of being a person who lives in Chongqing is that you're going to know when to go to places when you're on a mission like us. When you're not here as a tourist, we're out there looking for those. Hey, Biscoff.
Here's a hot pot keychain that I got in case I forgot someone. If you get this keychain, I didn't forget you. I wanted it to be a surprise.
I'll tell you what, the elevators during the day suck. Maybe they're just like bring hot pots and supplies up and down, but like if they suck this bad during the day, when it's busy at night, I bet you it's a nightmare. We're back here on campus because we needed to pick up a couple of last minute gifts here at the store.
I got 𝗖𝗵𝚘 coffee mugs for my grandparents. They never needed me to be a doctor or go to medical school, but now I teach at one, so that's exciting.
But we're better than a university for you to take in the lesson of don't be a dope. Just don't blindly listen to people who say I love or I hate. Like you can't trust that kind of thing. Be straight down the middle. Just like stuff. Don't be a nerd. Well, as you can see, as it gets towards lunchtime, the people are starting to show up. The tourists are starting to get here, and that means it's time for us to get out. It's also like, I don't know how much more I can take. Look at, here's the sun. Ow! Oh, ow! Woo! We did what we needed to do. We're gonna go home. We're gonna rest for the afternoon. Start putting this video together. Emily's on her way. America. Be ready. Be terrified. She's gonna show you all the riches and cheap plastic doodads. You're gonna enjoy it.